Hey guys, I'm Craig Slate.
And I'm Ed Bertaud.
And you're listening to
The Fresh CrEd.
We've shut down YouTube from the fanage coming in.
The fanage.
But you know why? Because they heard that...
Who our next guest is?
Oh, yeah. Everybody has clamored. I mean, here on the show floor, in fact, we've had
They're
two or
like
three people...
10 deep outside the door right now.
So...
Huge fan base.
Trying to get a peek.
I think he goes without introduction, but we're going to do an introduction anyway, just in case there's somebody who hasn't heard of Mr. Todd Gosule. Good-looking devil, all the way from Long Island, New York. That's where he was born and raised. Anyway, welcome, Todd. B&W, it's B&W Quality Growers, right?
Yes.
And we're going to get into a little bit what you grow, but we're not going to rush to that yet.
Okay.
We got,
Good.
Ed's got some good questions for you here, and I know you've got some really good answers. So we're going to get through the formalized part of this, and then
Excellent.
I'll come in on the back end and really do nothing.
Well, thanks for having me on. Anyway, appreciate that.
Glad to have you. So, where do we begin?
Y'all have known each other for a long time.
We have known each other, so I guess
and I know Todd through you, and I've known you for a long time, but...
Yeah, Todd and I go back to really when I first got into produce. I don't know, were you just getting into produce too when you joined that clan?
Yeah.
What did you come from? What were you doing before Chiquita?
A log cabin in the
I
woods.
did, and somebody found me. I was lost in the woods. I was
big basket, but
I was working for a trade paper up in New England. And I was selling ad space in the food industry.
Okay.
And I was calling on a headhunter who was looking to place somebody at Chiquita.
Really?
It was a merchandiser. So I said, okay. So I must have done a great job. I didn't get the ad, but I got the job. So.
So it was a wild crew, early days for me at Chiquita, and back then they had what was called Banana College. So they would ship us all down to Honduras for a week, which Honduras is where Chiquita originated from.
Like a mini camp.
It's a mini camp, except it's a little different down there.
And back then there was no paved roads, so it was like dropping you off in the middle of nowhere and just saying, okay, we'll pick you up in a week. So, yeah.
That sounds like a blast.
So, yeah, because that was the old airport. I mean, when we first got there, and then one of the guests that's coming on later, another good friend of both Todd and I, all three of us, is John Carter. He'll be on later, and I'm sure we'll have this same discussion on the story. But all I can remember is when they got there was no luggage cart thing. They just literally, all your luggage got piled into a room, right? And... I thought I spoke Spanish of some sort. I did not. I didn't speak any.
You spoke food.
Oh my gosh! There's the story about me and you. Remember we go to the guy I'm trying to communicate with, and he takes us to the school. Oh my gosh! I forgot even about that story. So anyway, we get off. We're there, and all my bags. They're just piles of bags, and like you identify it. And then once you identify, because there's people that work there, the baggage people, they're just running around grabbing bags. And it's like, oh, what is this going on? So you identify the bags, they run over and start running away with your freaking bag. It's very unusual. But then when you got on the other side, there was somebody from Chiquita, and they took you to a room. And
we all had handlers.
Yes.
So just in case.
And well, you should.
There's a funny story, too, is our plane got stuck in the mud when we landed. So
You don't hear that every day.
Exactly.
My plane got stuck in the mud.
The plane got stuck in the mud, so they called a select few of us to get off the plane and go around the back of the plane and push the plane out of the mud. So my first exposure to Honduras was pushing my plane out of the mud.
Wow. You get a discount for that?
Yeah, there's so many stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll brief. Yeah, but Todd and I first met, Texas boy, New York boy, both heavy accents. And
we gelled. Gelled.
Somehow he and I are in a van by ourselves with this non-English speaking gentleman that's driving us around, and I'm using what Spanish I thought I knew, which was no. In fact, Todd was like, "You sure you know what you're saying?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got this." So this poor guy drives us around the streets of Honduras, and Todd's like, "Yeah, where are we going? Where are we going?" And finally, I'm like, you know what? I think we're going to meet his girlfriend. He's like, what? And it's like, yeah, I think he's taking us to meet his girlfriend. And so we pull up, we get out, and it's like this Catholic school, because there's kids in uniforms and stuff walking around. He's waving us in, right? Waving us in. We go upstairs, and then we start looking in the classrooms, like we're looking for somebody. I was like, yeah, we're looking. His girlfriend must be a teacher here. That's what I'm telling Todd. Finally, this lady comes out. She has a conversation with him. She looks at us puzzled, and she goes, can I help you guys? I'm like, oh, we're just here to meet this guy's girlfriend. And she's like, what? And so she goes back talking to him. She goes, oh no, he brought you guys here because he's completely confused on what you want to do, and so I'm a translator. He brought you here to the one place he thought he could get a translator. Like, oh my gosh. So I can't even remember where we were going at the time.
No idea. But he did not speak Texan or New York.
Mm-hmm. But he spoke English.
Yeah, so.
Or English.
Yeah, there was nobody understood me.
Yeah.
So
No.
That was fun.
Notice the surprised look on my face.
I see that. Yeah, see that. So yeah, you do have some questions for Mr. Gosule, right?
Well,
I mean,
I
could yuck it up all day. But
I know you could,
Yeah.
and you're totally diverting the conversation. But
sorry.
first of all, thanks for the support. Definitely to B&W and Todd, thank you for the support, believing in us and in what we do.
I believe.
But I believe you're probably here at the show maybe to help promote, B&W, sell a few things.
Yeah,
that probably doesn't hurt, pay the bills a little bit.
Sell
right?
a couple
Yeah.
of cases of stuff.
I heard an interesting factoid. Is it true that watercress is the most nutrient-dense leafy green?
Yes, it is.
I would have never thought that.
It is the healthiest leafy green on the planet.
Really?
Yes, the CDC and the aggregate nutrient density index scale rated a perfect score.
That is a factoid that I was
That is
not
a
aware
factoid.
of. So this is an important part of the conversation. Some clarity, okay? Because you get confused. You know where I'm going with this, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God!
But I do have.
We talk about golf,
I
or
do have supportive data. Okay.
No. You get confused with the water chestnut. See, all these years that you've
not
been
that
in
he gets confused. You're talking about
the community,
the
right?
public
Watercress.
perception.
Most people don't even know what the hell watercress is. They think it's the thing that you get in Chinese food.
When I first started with the company, we had a little part of our customer services dealing with the consumer calls, and they probably every third call was complaining about the little white discs in their Chinese food.
Yeah.
And so
I love water chestnut.
I thought he did. For years, that's what I thought he was like the biggest grower of the little things. And,
The king
you
of
thought
water
we were the
chestnuts.
king of water chestnuts.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I literally had that.
That would be a bad gig. I mean, I'll take that.
I couldn't even tell you who the king of water chestnuts is.
It's not him.
It's definitely
I'm going to
not
make
us.
a note.
So-
We're going to track him down.
We need to track him down.
So watercress.
Yes.
Those are do they float in the river and you pick them out? How do they grow?
No, it grows in flowing water.
It does grow in flowing water.
It does grow in flowing water. But we have.
Why haven't we been invited to see that? I've never seen that.
You're always asking for an invite to places.
Nobody invite.
Well,
Nobody
because
will
there may
invite if I don't ask.
be a reason they're not inviting
Okay.
us.
Well,
You're
yeah,
putting them on the spot.
All right, sorry. We'll
Would
talk
you
about
like an invite?
that. Sure.
And we'll serve lunch.
All right.
So we'll do that. Common theme here is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Flowing water. Naturally flowing water, or is it, probably grow a lot of water.
It does grow in the wild, but we encourage people not to eat wild watercress.
Really?
So, yes.
Okay.
Because it absorbs what's in the water. Because of its medicinal value, it'll absorb things. So if you don't know what's upstream, it could be absorbing something that you don't want to put in your body.
That's interesting.
So you want to buy it commercially from B&W.
Very, very good.
So we have created beds. We grow in 8 different states, and we make beds that are pitched to a certain level, and we have 100% recirculated water that just continually flow through the watercress beds.
It's amazing.
And we are the world's largest grower of watercress
So in the world,
in the world. Yes.
globally.
That would be
that's
the same,
the
but
whole
yes.
planet.
Same world, yes.
You could probably
exactly.
say universe.
We probably could say universe, although I
You don't
can't,
know that.
I
You
can't
haven't been-
verify that.
Yeah.
And
Okay, our solar system, you could verify that.
Oh,
There's,
we
there's
can-
nobody growing it else in the solar
do-
system.
haven't
really
been
know
able to
that?
verify that, but
What's that?
probably a good.
You could probably go out on a limb.
I would.
Yeah, 8 states. Wow, I didn't realize. You must stay pretty busy.
I do
Yeah.
stay pretty busy. And
Do you eat watercress every day?
I eat watercress not every day.
As often as you can.
Because I travel a lot,
Yeah.
so it's hard to bring it with me. But when I'm in the office, I do.
You put squash in his soup.
I'm going to make a mission to eat watercress at least once a week. I love.
You should.
I'm serious.
And you like
I'm dead serious.
and you like food with flavor.
Yeah.
So given where you're from, and watercress has a nice flavor profile to it. It's got a nice peppery flavor to it.
So now, is it typically mixed like in a mixed salad, or do you eat just straight up watercress? What's the normal way to go?
Depending on
Todd?
your preference, you can eat it in a salad. You can cook with it. It's extremely versatile.
So the nutrients hang in there once it's cooked?
Absolutely.
I'm loving this.
Yeah. And little factoid that I figured I'd throw out right now
Yeah,
is
please.
Hippocrates, the person that built
The
the
doctor
world's
guy?
first hospital, built it next to a watercress
Did
bed.
he also make that stick that's got the snake on it? Never have understood that.
Oh, you're talking. Oh no, yeah. Well, I was going to say the Hippocratic Oath, but okay.
But I think it's Hippocrates that came up with the Hippocratic Oath.
correct.
But
Yeah.
continue on, sir.
I didn't know about the little ball on the stick.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
You're talking about like
It's like a little symbol.
The,
It never
the
made any sense to me.
physician's insignia.
Yeah, it's a physician, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, why is there a snake on there?
I'm not sure. We'll
I-
call.
I-
We'll phone a friend.
I interrupted. Sorry.
So he built the world's first hospital right next to a watercress bed
Wow.
because of its health and medicinal value.
So how long has the watercress been?
Thousands of years.
Thousands.
Yes.
Come on, Todd.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a good segue. Sort of leading question, but I'm looking at your notebook here. The logo looks a little bit different than when I remember it, and I think
Yes.
there's been some changes to it. But B&W's been around for a while.
We started growing in 1870, so we just celebrated our 153rd year. And
Get the
yeah,
heck out.
That's like National Historic. Like
it is. We are one of the oldest agricultural companies in the U.S. and arguably one of the oldest companies, period, in the U.S. In the food industry. So
See, this is why we do this show.
Mm-hmm.
I've known this guy. I've known, again, up until recently, I thought he sold a little disc. But, yeah, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. Wow.
you're looking at him in a whole different light.
A whole nother light, yeah.
I've
It's
just a
completely
whole new
different.
respect.
Like,
Whole new
there's-
respect.
I can feel the reverence coming from
But
you.
I want to go back to the beds, right? The years, because I'm guessing it was grown in the wild, and then somebody decided to commercially start doing it. Is that how that worked?
Well, when we started in 1870 is when we started commercializing it.
You guys were the first to commercialize it.
We were.
So are they growing? So if you're worldwide the biggest, are you exporting a lot of this?
We do export. We export to England. As you know, the consumption patterns, the heavy consumers are Chinese.
Okay.
And also England, the Brits, and so the tea sandwiches. You obviously know the tea sandwiches from, and then the medium users are Hispanic population because they use it for stir fry and cooking purposes, and so we export right now to England in the wintertime.
Huh.
Because it's their rainy season where they're growing, so we tend to support their volume.
So are you guys in enclosed structures? Or are you open?
All field grown.
Had to have been a hard
flowing
push.
water?
Yeah.
Field grown flowing water.
I think about kale, and I mean, when we were kids,
You think
it
about
was a
kale?
garnish.
Yeah.
I mean, watercress had to be a hard sell early on.
Well, not when you talk about the
Not
nutritional
when
value.
it's generational consumption. It's when grandma ate it and grandma cooked with it. It's
Yeah. But I'm
there's a
talking
generational.
1870. I'm thinking about who was selling watercress in 1870.
I wasn't around. I can't speak to that, but
weren't-
I know I'm
you weren't
old,
there.
but I'm not that old.
Well, you know, I didn't want to presume.
But, thank you. I know I look good for 150, but
Yeah, you're starting to show a little bit.
Thank
but,
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
they're good. So yeah, so that's super interesting. Dead serious, very interesting to me. The Hippocratic Oath guy, or did we confirm that he started that too?
I'm going to get a call back on
We
that.
just got to figure out about the stick.
Y'all supply other items.
We do. We started with Watercress. We started as a Watercress company, and then we got into arugula. And we were one of the first companies to take arugula from when it was, if you remember back when we all started in this industry, it was bunched, big, oversized arugula that was used for cooking. And we brought in baby arugula, so we were one of the first ones to introduce the rocket variety.
Huh.
And we've been doing that for pretty close to 30 years now. And so we've grown our arugula business, and we also do a baby spinach. And we also just recently introduced a product called ong choy, which is the English version of water spinach, which is also heavily consumed by the Asian population.
Water spinach.
Yeah.
I love spinach.
So now, you guys bag program, fresh program, both?
Both. We do a bulk wholesale for the Chinese population, Asian distributors, because they buy it. It's an iced product, so it's top iced in the box. But we also do a value-added program for food service distributors for mainstream.
Damn, I got it, man.
We're sophisticated.
You've got to be healthy as a horse, Todd.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Actually, no.
You said
I mean, right now I'm struggling to not cough and so cough all over you guys.
great.
So,
Yeah.
We're gonna have a parting gift.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, please.
I'll be out of the office next week.
So, coming out when it was 96 degrees in Florida, and I come out here, and now it's cold.
Yeah.
So,
96. I need a jacket for that. I mean, 96 is nothing.
Somebody was saying that there's a theory that, especially those of us coming from much hotter areas, which everywhere pretty much in the United States is much hotter, and come out here and you go to that extreme cold. I don't know.
That's baloney.
I don't think that's the
No?
case.
No.
well,
But I mean, I
well,
heard the same theory. Somebody's telling
It's
me.
like don't go outside with a wet head.
Well, see, but don't go in the pool an hour after you.
Yeah, it's all baloney.
But here's the reason behind that. When you're coming out of winter and you go into spring, and you tend to go outside the first time it's nice out, and you're wearing short sleeve shirts for the first time, and you tend to get sick like a dog because your body hasn't accustomed to the temperature yet.
I don't know.
So, I don't know.
Ed doesn't buy that.
Ed?
I'm not sure I do either. I don't know.
No, I don't.
All right, well,
Yeah, because I mean, look at all this. Like, don't you do like ice baths or something like that?
You know, I used to.
Yeah.
I've kind of got.
I mean, you'd be sick every time you jumped in an ice bath if that was the case.
That's a good choice.
So I don't know. I think we're more resilient than that.
well
Now, perhaps if you have pre-existing conditions or other illnesses, but yeah, you guys are the epitome and pictures of health. So I think you're okay.
but the good news
Me and
is
Todd and I are.
Yeah, you-
the
thank
good
you.
news is our customers that eat watercress are the healthiest people on the planet. So
Well, I'm going to incorporate it in my diet.
It's coming. It's
more.
going to be at the Slate household.
Yeah, more intentionally.
And people that are listening and watching this, you've got to be amazed as well. I mean, we're going to change the consumption pattern from this show right here.
absolutely.
Todd, this is going to be the best thing you've ever done.
This bad boy's
It's
going
about to
viral.
freaking, it's gone. It's,
grow in Texas?
it's
You
going
don't grow in Texas,
crazy.
We do not grow in Texas.
You need to.
Mason's chewing on some watercress right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he thought it was the disc too. I had to explain to him it's not. Yeah. But but there's a business in that too, right? I'd like to meet the water chestnut guy too. Do you know any water chestnut?
I think
guys?
Ed's looking into it.
Yeah.
He's right now. He's texting to see
Yeah. Siri.
hey Siri, who's the king of water chestnuts?
Uh-oh. She was listening.
Yeah, so she's always listening.
So I guess the 8 states allows you to
What
have
states, by the way?
year-round supply, right? That's why
Yes,
the 8
year-round supply, and make sure that we're obviously a victim of Mother Nature, and when things happen, so we do tend to double down in multiple locations so that we make sure we're never out of supply. So
But what are the 8 states? Where are you at?
Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and then we also grow in Yuma and in Salinas.
Wow.
So
So you travel quite a bit?
I do. I travel a lot. I'm gone probably half the year,
Wow.
visiting customers. So
I would just camp out in Maine for the summer. That's a beautiful place. I know the winters are cold there. I've seen some of the ice dams up against people's houses and stuff.
Well,
But I've been there a couple times during the summer, and it's just gorgeous.
but I'm kind of responsible for sales. So if I disappear into Maine for the summer, I'm not sure that would be.
Is that a big market?
Did somebody notice?
I think somebody would notice that I'm gone, and so.
Hey, I'm in Maine today.
Exactly. I'll be back in Labor Day. Yeah,
Well, just a thought.
it might be frowned upon.
I think I've ever been to Maine.
Oh man, we got
never
a
been
field
to Maine?
trip.
I don't think so.
We
Did-
went.
I've
for-
been a lot of places.
Your accent would screw people up there a little
You
bit.
think?
Yeah,
Do they have an accent too?
they do.
Do they?
Yeah, it's kind of a.
That's part of the U.S., right?
Correct.
It is
I
beautiful
spent
up
a
there.
couple days up there, a few times, and
What were you
I'm
doing?
a big
Well,
love.
I
We had a
can't even-
meeting. We had a meeting up there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
It was to take a little bit of a break from the heat. It was like middle of summer,
Yeah.
and right after 4th of July, I think. And 4 days I was there. I think I had lobster at every meal. I had
Yeah,
lobster at every meal.
Maine is beautiful.
Maine, I've heard that they know something about lobster.
A few.
Maine lobster.
They do, yeah.
They branded that.
They did.
They may not know anything about them, but they went ahead and took that brand. So.
And so that may be where the water chestnut guy grows also. So.
Oh my goodness.
You know what it could be?
So products, we didn't get through. Did we get through all the products?
No, we didn't. No, we started to. But
We started
We
to. I
got
want to make
3
sure we
of 'em.
do because we're
Arugula.
getting up against our
Big arugula guy.
Yeah,
Are we
big
running out
arugula
of
guy.
time already?
No.
Time
We're
I
getting
like
up there.
it.
Time flies.
I haven't seen any waving hands.
I'm keeping track because I
Oh.
can't see Mason from here.
So we also have a proprietary red watercress.
What?
Yes, it's proprietary.
Proprietary?
Proprietary to B&W. So we.
So why is it better than the non-proprietary watercress?
Well, it's most red leafy greens are higher in antioxidants than green, and so our red watercress is everything that we just talked about with regular watercress, and then some.
and it's dialed up another notch.
It dials
So
it up
I've
a
got to
notch.
eat red.
I'm just gonna jump
I
to
gotta
that.
eat freaking
Yeah.
red. I'm not going to waste my time with the
Well,
other stuff.
you know what? You should be eating both. You really should. You should eat, and especially you. 'Cause you seem to be hungry a lot, and watercress will help fill you up. So.
Excuse me for eating, man.
Yeah, but you're like always eating.
Not always. I haven't eaten today.
I mean, think about it. It's
yeah.
watercress is.
You don't want me
More-
sitting here hungry. You want me engaged
I want you
and
engaged.
fully
Exactly. I don't want you
taking
to
in
be
what you're
thinking about
saying.
getting Todd out of
like,
here
oh
so
man,
that
Todd's good talking. My stomach's grumbling.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's that
I don't want
noise?
that.
What's that noise we
I don't
hear?
want that.
I have to listen
So
to it all the time.
more vitamin C than an orange. Watercress does.
The red?
The watercress in general. More absorbable iron than spinach. Are you a spinach eater?
I am.
Oh, I'm a
Okay.
big time spinach eater.
All right,
Popeye.
so-
You remember Popeye?
I do remember Popeye. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah. That was a great advertisement for that veg.
It was.
You know.
Can you do that again with your arm?
It's
Yeah, it
You
doesn't.
might have,
It
like-
doesn't
I think
look much different.
You might have you might have pulled the drain on that or something. You might
well.
have-
I think your gun.
Plug the
You were
drain
also
back in.
blocking the camera from all of us with that.
Yeah, my gun. Excuse me.
Exactly.
Sorry, I knocked you out. Anyway, so it's super high in vitamin C,
Yes.
more than the old orange.
It's high in vitamin C, A, K. It's got 50 essential nutrients. It's really the healthiest thing on the planet.
That's
So,
crazy.
it
Tom.
really is.
You really should get that message out.
I'm gonna
We
start
are trying.
juicing it. I'm gonna start juicing it.
You can juice it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm just eating it raw, baby.
You are?
Well,
like it raw.
You can just open up a bag and just go to town.
That's what I'm doing with it. No dressing. That sounds like this stuff's amazing.
It is.
gonna
No,
change
no
my
dressing. It will change your
It's
life.
going to change my life.
Hey,
So what else? So
they got to be doing something right.
so-
1870.
Wait
Come
a
on.
sec. We got arugula. We got some red water chestnuts.
We
Oh,
got
I'm sorry, cress, not
Watercress,
chestnuts. Damn,
yes.
that damn chestnut guy.
We do some baby spinach.
Yeah.
We know spinach is commoditized out there, but our point of differentiation is doing baby spinach. So it's a baby spec. Our products, if you notice, our products are hard to grow, healthy, flavorful, and point of differentiation in the marketplace. So when we got into the spinach business, which a lot of our customers wanted us to, it was what's our point of differentiation. So we went to a real baby spec on spinach, and then we just launched a entree product for the Asian community.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So why not red baby spinach?
We actually did. We did that years ago, and the challenge was that you couldn't grow it all year long. During certain times of the year, the red would disappear. So couldn't call something red if there wasn't any red.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So
It's seasonal.
It threw a damper into things, but
Yeah.
no, we're not about seasonal. We're about year-round.
Year round.
Yeah.
So even if
We're a hell of a company. I mean,
You are. It sounds like a hell of a company.
We are really very customer concentric.
one of the oldest companies in the country. That's crazy.
You know, our friend
Biggest
Ruth
in
shared some interesting facts, some recipes. We're going to put them on the description eventually when Mason cuts this up. A well-known chef, Gordon Ramsay. You know who he is? Gordon Ramsay. He's kind of a big deal.
He's that mean guy, right?
Yeah. Well, he's passionate.
Yeah.
He's very.
See, so that's me. I'm the
No,
Gordon
you're just
Ramsay of life.
Okay, No.
No?
There's already one of those. You don't need to be another. Anyway, he has a famous watercress soup.
motivational way.
That sounds good.
Yeah?
Whatever it is, I eat it right now. So we'll share some of those recipes on
Watercress
It's
soup.
in the description.
What else is in there?
delicious. I mean.
So you made that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So do you know Gordon?
I do not know Gordon. We do have a very well-known chef on our advisory board, Chef Ming Tsai.
Okay.
And so Chef Ming is part of our menu development team. So he might know him from the Food Network.
That one I don't know. I did know the Ramsay guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Ramsay.
But he's kind of like a known entity.
Yeah.
He's expanded his brand by yelling at people. Seems to be effective.
So we're so we bring a lot to the table as a company.
Yeah.
We do a lot. We're high tech. We do a lot of the things that we're easy to do business with, and I think that a lot of customers appreciate the quality, the shelf life, and we deliver 85% of our product, so all over North America. So it's easy. So our position with our customers is go worry about the other 3,000 items.
Right.
You don't have to worry about ours, and so we're easy to do business with.
Goes a long
That's
way.
awesome. Yeah.
And y'all have been doing this show for quite a while. This food service conference.
Yes, we have.
So, highly recommended, right?
We are food service is a big part of our business.
Yeah.
And so because chefs love us, and so and
We love you too, Todd.
well, thank you.
Yeah,
I
just
appreciate
saying.
that.
Yeah. So you know you're loved.
I'm feeling the love. Absolutely.
That's good. We want to make sure you feel that. Unfortunately, I'm also feeling the clot pressure.
Oh, we got the nod.
We got the nod.
Oh boy.
Not the hook, just the nod.
Okay.
Okay. The hook
Anything
comes
we
in.
missed? Anything we missed? You want
Todd and I have several other stories that we didn't get to.
Yeah,
we'll do a follow-up.
We're gonna go to
we
his
could do
place.
that, but little shout out on social and our website if that's all right.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, do it.
Because I was told by the marketing team that if I don't say that, then
Then don't come home.
then don't come home.
Yeah.
Exactly. So at B&W Quality Growers is our handle, and bwqualitygrowers.com is our website. Check us out. I promise you'll be thoroughly satisfied.
So I am going to go out on a limb and guarantee that I am going to go home and have a bunch of watercress, and the next time we get together away from here, we're going to talk about
We're
it.
going to talk about watercress because a lot I didn't know. Really appreciate you coming in and sharing all that.
And we got an invite
wacky.
to go tour some.
And we're coming to Florida.
Come to Florida this winter. and come
Not
to
yes,
us.
not in the summer. I'm not coming in the summer. It will be in the winter,
It-
fall.
Winter time would be perfect.
Perfect in the winter. right?
Absolutely.
So, and Todd, really appreciate it. Like I say,
Thanks for the support.
thanks.
We go
thanks
back
for the
a
support.
long
We
way
go back
and-
a long ways. Like I
Absolutely.
say, and realistically, like I say, there's a lot more the show could have been. It's probably better than it was.
It probably, keeping our stories to ourselves was
So-
probably a good thing. But you guys have done a great job. I'm a huge fan, huge follower.
Thank you.
And I'm
He
one
has
of-
to say that.
One of the tens of hundreds of followers that you have.
Yeah.
Tens of tens.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
The way I like to
Hundreds,
call it.
thousands.
But,
Hey, we're getting there, buddy.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank
So-
you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank you, guys.